one, and then the rest of the game were like 2 different games for me.
I agree. Dash misquoted me.
Oh, you still salty about that? Well, re-quote yourself. You can't actually like.
The first 20 minutes was fun and action-packed. The last 20 minutes, not so much.
There you go. Now you are valid in your
accuracy.
of the accuracy. There you go.
Full accuracy here. Nobody can disprove him.
Zoe out, Melzahar out as we start things off in the ban phase 1. And it is 1-1 as you see at the top of your screen. So LMS here on the blue side looking to see if they can get an upper hand. And they say that'll be with the Jarvan ban. Nobody gets this game.
So, when Jarvan was banned in the semifinals, Sejuani became the hot stuff that everyone wanted to play. You don't have to first pick it necessarily if MF or something is there, but suddenly that might be the go-to pick. MLXG loves his Sejuani.
MLXG does. I don't know so much about Karsa. I feel like if you pick the Sejuani, he's fine with something like the Kazakhs.
I agree, but he wanted to play it against the GPL, and he was pretty damn spot on. I mean, Karsa is what I call a good player.
Ooh,
so he's
what's
good
that?
I know, it's a weird thing over here for you North Americans.
Nomenclature.
It means you're good on a lot of different champions, and you can play different styles as well.
Don't like it.
You don't like good players?
Not a fan.
Oh. Change? No, don't like change. Don't like change. Huh? LeBlanc gets banned out.
Oh,
but actually,
those are the chains.
A lot of quick targets now instead of just saying this is what could be effective.
Yeah, now we're seeing Misfortune, Sejuani, Ezreal still all up right now. High priority picks. Same with Azir that's actually jumped up.
Yeah, I still feel like first picking the MF makes the most sense because, again, worst case, you just put it down to support, especially now with Sejuani being banned away. Like,
I like this.
I want to see the MF personally, but again, there's a lot of choices.
Yeah, I feel like you go for something like the Misfortune here and you can flex it. But the thing I really like about this is we got those 2 cream of the crop junglers out of the way. Now it's time to get down and dirty. I want to see the Kazakhs. I want to see Lee Sin. I want to see the assassin junglers against each other.
Where's my Kane?
Yeah.
Come on, man. He's pretty good right now.
Not that old, Officio. Ziv picks up Misfortune for BB. And they are going to now allow those 2 picks over. Possibly that Kazakhs, possibly something else for MLXG to go hard in the early game on the jungle. Carson knows exactly how to play against that.
And will we get Uzi's Ezreal? It is right there. He can just grab it for himself. Obviously, again, can be a little bit tricky against the MF because it's hard to kind of stop her from just taking over the laning phase. But I like the Kazakhs. You highlighted already, Zyrene. We want to see some of these crazy assassin junglers.
Yeah, you were talking about it, Riv. You know, Karsa might know how to play against the Kazakhs, but everybody else has to know how to play against the Kazakhs too, because he's going to come out of the brush, he's going to actually ignore control wards that en route to where he's heading, and he'll just pop up on opposite sides of the jungle that you're actually have your wards on that you're defending. And as a Misfortune, he'll just be right up next to you and be able to 3-shot you.
Get this here as well. This time it's LPL taking that away from Fofo. Actually, had very good first game and a fine second game for him. It was hard to do a whole lot when they fell behind. Wonder if we get Ryze as a pick from Fofo. It's something he actually played really well on earlier in the tournament.
It's strange because like the counters to Azir are the things like the Xerath and the Vel'Koz typically, but the Ryze could be really interesting, like you said.
Hey, Ryze Lee Sin, that's a good combo if you want to make something happen around the mid lane.
A lot of roaming, yeah. You have a lot of potential to actually dominate your lane and then go elsewhere.
It's going to be locked in now. 20 seconds left. I love it. This is what we mean by a little bit of that Worlds effect coming over here. It's awesome to see the Chinese and LPL and LMS fans just enjoying everything, the signs.
Oh, the Varus.
Making whatever they can. Is Varus going to be the pickup?
Yeah, no Ezreal. Again, I think he doesn't want to play it against the MF. In the lane phase. Oh.
Say it again, Deficio.
I'm going to say he wants to play it against the MF. People are happy.
Do you think he'll pick the Ezreal?
I think this is a jungle Ezreal and Kazakh's mid lane.
There you go. This is why I asked.
There you go. Support Ezreal was a thing back like 6 years ago.
Yeah, we'll take it really far back.
Yeah. Still, Uzi in the end wants to take it. I still stand by my statement. Maybe he's not a big fan of playing against the MF, but it is Ezreal after all, who's pretty overpowered, so you kind of have to.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to fare a little bit better than BB did on it in this counter matchup, or I guess the different matchup. Kind of swapping whoever had it. What's the official term for that? Is that the salty run back? I don't know what that's called.
I guess, yeah.
Where you swap.
Hey, you're a caster. You can just make up terms left and right and say this is how we see things.
It's the flippy floppy.
There you go, the flippy floppy.
Got to win the flippy floppy on this one.
Write that down. We'll get that in the stats book. 20 seconds left. Final Banneroonie there for LPL All-Stars. What will they decide to go with? It could be the Shen. They could get some tank out of there and also make sure that something else works.
But I might be comfortable having Shen on my side if I'm the LPL because Kha'Zix Shen is always fun in the late game.
Yeah, I just don't want to play against Shen. That's kind of the thing. Especially also if I'm against already like an MF lane and there's also Shen on that side. Oh, that is hard then to shut down the bottom lane. And there's already a lot of pick potential on the LMS side. I think Shen will be super valuable right there. And it is Ziv that we can pick, 957 we can pick first.
Tom Kench jumps out to me here. I think it's been banned in the last, yes it has. It's been banned in the last 2 games by the LMS. And there it is again. Making sure you can't get away from the engage.
I like the ban. When you play Lee Sin, you definitely want to... Actually, you can outplay Tom Kench then. If he devours the guy you want to kick, you just kick him instead.
2 for 1.
But sometimes it doesn't really work for you, and they decide to ban it away instead of risking it. So, Shen is still available. Gnar as well. And will we get the Ziv Annie?
Ooh, the other one. Has he learned it? Is he adept at it already? I would say probably not.
That would be like kind of the salty run back.
That would be amazing.
That would
actually be amazing. They just take that bot lane from last time. It's going to be MF Thresh now for LMS.
This is more flippy floppy. We'll see if they actually lock it in. 5 seconds left here for BB, and he does take Sword Arts Thresh. Crazy.
And what will he take up against the Gnar here in the top lane for Ziv? Shen is something that he is...
Oh, he's hovering it. Come on, just do it. Wait, just do it.
No way. No way.
I made this.
Yo! Great, we get the other side as well. Whew.
957.
I mean, he just had a training game on it.
Hey,
he knows what it does.
It's the meta now.
Holy moly.
Wow. Downloaded during that game. He's going to go look up 957's, his rune pages. Going to go look and see what he had.
Oh, he's going to change.
Oh,
go for the spell book. We'll see.
Ooh.
We had Braum in the last game when the Ezreal lane saw the Thresh MF. Mako, more aggressive on his side, goes for the Alistar.
Yeah, we saw the Alistar get banned away in the last game when the Misfortune was picked up, but against the Thresh, you can actually stop him and stuff the engages with the hook and with the Plague.
Yeah, this is still a hard lane for the LPL to play on the bottom side, and now they also got to worry about the top lane where the Annie is sitting against this Gnar here, so gonna be a fun game where, once again, we're looking at the junglers early on. The Lee Sin, in terms of ganking, when you have CC from your support, you have CC from your mid laner, you have CC from your top laner, it is so damn easy to set up a gank if you're a caster here. I really want to see him just get some early kills.
Yeah, Karsa has 2 to 3 winning lanes right now. The Annie would be able to actually duel up against the Gnar if Ziv, has, I guess, the repetitions on it. Bottom lane with the Misfortune Thresh, the range will help you. And the mid lane, that's the one with the Rise Azir that I feel like you kind of want to tilt in your favor because the other 2 will naturally win. Maybe he'll play off those, but Karsa can pretty much go where he wants.
Exactly. Right now, GA is sitting on Cleanse, which of course makes it a little bit harder to gank the mid lane at first. But I mean, it's a Rise. You pop the Cleanse, you return. It's easy peasy. Still though, LMS can come out swinging in this game. They tried last game, backfired pretty horribly.
See it, but you don't want to play backs against the wall either. Just don't play all the way inside the enemy's jungle at the beginning of the game. You come out all right. You fare well. We'll have to see how they fare here coming in to game number 3. They're all tied up on the rift. We'll see if we get the advantage here. The LMS versus the LPL as we switch sides once again. And we'll see who gets favor in the early game.
Whoa, Trap God.
You're welcome. Good job, Riff.
You're welcome.
But still, I really want to see... Oh, no, Ziv. No, he's got the area. Okay, I guess it's the meta now. I guess I have to accept it.
I mean, he's just copying what happened against him. He's like, I'm going to say exactly the same thing. I'm actually waiting for the runes to see if he's just copying everything.
Does he have literally the same page? We'll know in just a second here.
Because 957 ran with Mana Flow Band and Absolute Focus, these kind of things. Ziv is actually running with Ultimate Hat in this game here on the Annie, so wants less cooldown on the tippers.
The perma-tibbers.
And he has the stopwatch as opposed to having Hex Flash, so... not as much of a fan. I like the flash plays.
It's almost like he traded for the backwards initiation. He's going to ult more, but won't flash more. It's...
Yeah, I totally see you on that one.
Right.
Ultimate Hat is interesting. I feel like there's that I don't know if it ever got changed where you stack up Ultimate Hat immediately by pressing R on Annie and moving
can
Tibbers
move
around,
Tibbers.
so you get all the stacks right out of your first level 6 gate. So
Feel like it's something that would get fixed.
yeah, I'm not revealing.
Then again, you
stuff.
never know. You never know. We'll see in this game. We'll see in this game. Otherwise, Celerity, Scorch, the super standard from the
Like
sorcery tree.
confidence.
You gotta get the movement speed. You gotta get a bit of extra damage from Scorch in the early game. And of course, you said perfect timing with the stopwatch and Cosmic Insight for just less cooldown on everything with this Annie here. And we're basically gonna see an Annie who wants to fire as many tippers as possible. Will not have flash for all of them, sadly, for him. But I guess tippers on its own will do enough.
Mana Crystal start for Fofo on this rise now. He has had the 2 Azir games, and now he gets to fight up against CA's Azir coming into game number 3. Towards that top lane, as we said before, 957 was on the Annie last time, and Ziv was on that Gnar. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. They've watched each other play it, see who can do it better on the Switch.
It's that ooh,
Flippy
that's
floppy.
Super Galaxy Annie as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn sick.
I'm trying to sell skins over here.
Nah, I was like, is that Hex? No, that's
Hashtag
not Hex. What's
sellout.
his name? I was trying to think of the name.
Well, he's already got the lane pushed up a little bit, as you would expect on a 957, as we take a look at the bot lane. Still pretty tied up here as well. And Uzi staying just to the left to stay away from those double ups that BB wants to hit.
Now, I want to talk Alistar a little bit. I've been using him a lot here in the off-season. I think Aftershock is, of course, amazing on these all-in supports down the bottom lane. Level 3 is an amazing power spike for him. When he has access to all 3 abilities, you can combo in with, you know, W, Q. You actuate your E before you do this, so it actually will start ticking instantly as you hit on to BB in this case, which is the most likely target. And the amount of damage you deal, because you have all the damage coming from Alistar himself, then you have his Aftershock proccing, you have an offensive summoner. That is crazy good all in.
Great,
You want to get level 3 first, though.
great play and great hit. The bullet time is, or sorry, make it rain, keeping Uzi separated from the fight right away, and they trade a bit of the same damage.
Yeah, Uzi, though, he did get a free health potion from the Kleptomancy, so he actually hasn't had to use one yet. Just that one that he got.
Scrounging around, find it on the ground, pick it up and drink.
Also, we,
Probably safe.
we have to look at the HP of the LMS bottom lane when that Alistar level 3 hits. It's right now, because, again, this is where, again, Mako get access to that potential all-in to see if he can actually kill anyone on Sword Art and BB right now, knowing there's a jungler behind them. Plays it very safe. Or maybe they're so scared of the level 3 power spike.
Like the backwards hit on the Scryer's Bloom as well for MLXG. If it would have hit the jungler or anybody else, they say, oh, our Scryer's Bloom is taken. He uses it backwards and still gets a little free time in the jungle.
Look at the zoning. Power spike.
Boom.
Scuttle Crab for MLXG as bot lane continues to poke it out with Q's, baby, trying to get in range here for a little bit of his own.
Man, this is hard to play as the Thresh because you want to play the Alistar headbutt, and you have to do it very quickly and do it off of reaction. But then also, you want to be there to Lantern your AD carry out. So you have to go between, am I going to be able to do this?
That's the all-in, baby.
There's the Lantern. Baby's already actually walking towards Sword Art. They don't separate. Carson's
Carson's
just on the
here.
edge. Oh, Mako into the turret. A little too far without the help of Uzi. And first blood to LMS.
Alistar's OP!
The
Give it
power
for the
spike.
first blood.
The power spike sucked. He tried. He died. He got completely baited. BB was like, yeah, I know exactly what you want to do. Normally in my solo queue games, it works way better. Maybe it's because I play against worse players. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Sword Art on point. Gets the arcane shift hit as well. They could be able to get one more summoner heal coming out from Uzi. So chugging those potions now as he gets himself to safety. Carson walking through a ward. So they know he is there.
Yeah, they saw him on that one. He has no way to go out of that.
Here it is
See
again.
here.
You asked for it, Deficio.
Again, yeah, I respect the fact that he's going for it. Decided for him, Sword Art is playing defensive with the shield, plays him away, and he doesn't actually get the stun onto BB, so ends up just taking a ton of damage. And then the jungler shows up, and honestly, when a jungler is there, that's unfair.
Yeah, and that was perfect timing of Carson, though. Yeah, it's absolutely unfair. That's where you blame your own jungler for not being there. But he went
Question mark?
straight down the lane. Didn't go into the jungle or anything like that. And MLXG had been in the bottom side jungle and had warded it and had taken the things like the Raptors and the Blast Cone and like the Scryers from before. So you assume Carson's gonna be on top side for a few minutes, and then maybe he'll be bottom. But Carson's timing was just directly beeline straight down bottom. It was good timing for him.
Ziv back to top. This may be 957's teleport now as they get themselves resorted with some items. That's Lucidity Boots in, a Ruby Crystal for Ziv. He can take a few more hits, but also make sure he is clearing out these spells Also being able to ult a little bit quicker. It's going to be nice for him. Teleport back to lane as we expected from Ziv, and it looks like a little roam time for Mako, making sure that you're going to get CA safe in mid lane to start things off here as he farms it out against Football.
Yeah, mid lane has been pretty quiet for now, but it's still we're waiting for something explosive to happen in the next few minutes here, and especially since we have this Annie top that once again has a CS advantage, has lucidity boots, but they both use teleport.
Damn.
There's a lot. See, this is that tier
Exactly.
versus the serrated.
This is the moment you want to avoid, yet Uzi just jumped in head first, like, yeah, I'm going to take this trade.
You gotta test it. You won't know if you don't do it.
Well, he lost the trade pretty hard, so now he knows. Top lane,
Hits him with the drill. Oh, drills him against
wow.
the wall.
Tibbers.
Gets locked up right away. Well, Hex Tech battle towards the top side. Super Galaxy, rather. And they are going to be able to make it out of this one safely. 957 actually looking pretty good in the fight, but as soon as Ziv got to retaliate, it changed.
I like that play from 957, just save the jump. You know the Tibbers is going to happen at some point, and you want to just try and get out of that range of the Tibbers, so it doesn't just sit there and hammer away in your face, and you also take damage from Annie at the same time. Then you can actually die. So I like the clever move where he saves the dash till after Tibbers comes down.
And actually forced Ziv back, so see if 957 can actually get the better of the flippy-floppy matchup here.
Is he?
I'm
Is
glad
he
we made
feeling
this
it?
a thing.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's official.
Gonna get Scryer's Bloom as well. And you also allowing MLXG to know that there is a blue buff on the top side. And they may be able to give Karsa and Fofo a little help for that. Ziv has a long walk back to lane as he's been losing just about a wave to the turret and still pushed up for 957, who has control of that now.
Yeah, and MLXG been able to just kind of farm up. He wants to hit that level 6, evolve the R, and then suddenly add extra mobility, able to cover a lot of ground, and surprise with a lot of ganks. And that's a good hook.
Hit after
Whoa.
hit.
Oh.
A level 4 Mako. Instantly going in when they saw BB's ultimate, saying there is no reduction in damage there. Let's go for the kill.
Ooh, look around the mid lane. We actually have Fofo moving to the mid lane. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Hey, with Realm Warp, it could have been anywhere.
He just wanted to walk into river and back to mid.
That split second.
You see, doing the Rise Classic, the 3 points Q into maxing E first, because the E cooldown was actually changed. So you want to have that max as fast as possible.
The other Rise classic is walk bot lane and use your ult to get kills. We didn't get that one yet.
Nope.
It might happen later.
It was actually pretty good that he didn't do that, because MLXG was there, hanging out the
Great,
push.
more kills.
Yeah. Okay, so when I say it's good, I mean, okay, you know what? You're right. More kills. Ziv going in.
Ooh, flashed in. Nicely done from Ziv, and that's going to be the last hit from Karsa into the turret. In and out for the LMS as they pick up the second kill of the game.
And it's so hard to play Gnar in this matchup because you're sitting in mini Gnar and you feel, okay, I'm far away from the Annie, I'm just trying to farm with boomerangs and then smack flash tippers, or flash Q in this case, to get the guaranteed stun onto the Gnar, so you can't actually flash away from it. And then Karsa shows up, secures the kill, want to get the tower. GA is here, 1v2.
Forced to now pressure out of lane. Good thing his is centered.
We're still looking for this
Reset.
turret, though.
This time Fofo is actually coming.
There you go.
No, Fofo is running back to mid again.
Nope, scaring him off. Man, if this is what makes Annie meta, is the counter to Gnar, I mean, I thought Annie was powerful, but I didn't think that this is how she was going to end up in the meta here. But I guess it's a happy day for LS, right?
It's simple and it works.
I mean, how many games do you think Ziv has on this?
0, I actually asked at the beginning. 2017, 0 plays on a professional stage for his Annie. So, like you said, download it. Download it pretty well.
He's
pretty
been
quick.
hiding it for years, practicing.
This is his 2 in the morning play when he sneaks out of bed. He just goes and plays Annie on his other account.
Well, bot lane at the
Show.
moment, Riff. I want to see more all-ins, but the problem is when the level 3 power spike fails, what do you do as an Alistar? You start crying. You realize you don't do anything in lane.
You go to other lane.
If you can't all-in as Alistar, what do you really bring?
So you're going to actually ask me, like, you want me to color outside the lines here? We can do that.
What would you do as this Alistar?
I would probably start roaming to mid lane and see if they can get a kill onto Fofo, but that'd be hard. You already have perfect timing in those stopwatches on both mid and top, so what would you do, Deficio?
I would try and call down my jungler for a surprise play. It probably wouldn't work because the enemy team already got vision in my jungle, and then I would realize that this bot lane tower will either die or we'll have to take a fight around it to protect it. And then again, you need the jungler, you need the mid laner, you need probably the top laner.
Well, we'll see if we can get subbed in coming into the next one, but for now, I think they're sticking with the 5. No quick kicks on this. Still holding down top, a little action, and then that fizzles out as we're waiting for those teleports or flashes to come back up for their respective sides. But now the Dragon may be getting a little bit of love, at least the area and the vision warding in the bot lane.
But again, we are seeing now MLXG on the bottom side. Sadly, he will soon get spotted, and hard for him to do anything. And you're just kind of waiting for the MF and the Thresh to make a play on you on bottom side, because it's so hard to do anything in return.
And this is such a strange spot to be in as a jungler, because if you're on the LPL side, if I'm MLXG, I know my bottom lane has gank assist and they could go in and maybe do something about the misfortune, and I want to protect that bottom side. But my top side, there's a very low turret up there, and if I'm Karsa and I'm trying to get into Karsa's head, I would think Karsa would want to come to this top lane, right? It's like that mind game on top of mind game. This turret is so low, Karsa got it incredibly low. 957 is going to push up.
Oh, the call worked. He listened.
There you go.
As a ward. Didn't say it was a good call, and I wouldn't waste his time, but at least the jungler came down.
Yep. They hit the level 6. They're trying to at least get something activated right away.
You gotta place the control ward first.
Good sharing goals.
And then he comes in. Don't place it when he's already in there.
Oh, by the way, we should check this.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ward.
Karsa coming down. Now, he doesn't know, but also the team doesn't. So he's kind of hanging back to make sure something happens first. He's guaranteed a way in. Over to the Dragon Pit. He will be seen on the Shrine, and it looks like they will have privy information now of where he is going to be headed. Yeah, stay safe.
They don't know where MLXG is. MLXG is in the bottom side. They saw him start it back, cleared the ward. Then Uzi pushed up, and Mako swept the second brush. And so it looks kind of like MLXG is hanging out down there for a bit, but he actually backed and went to the top side. So there's potential here for MLXG to make a play that would be a bit surprising. There's only a few seconds of a window here.
Classic Uzi move right there. LPL actually had a chance to start up a Drake if they wanted to. The bot lane was recalling from LMS, but Uzi wanted his own recall in there. So he went back to base. No Drake being started. MLXG stays on top side. Now this Ezreal, while down in CS, still sitting and getting quite a lot of extra gold, and that's exactly what the LPL wants. They don't want to lose this bot lane tile so early, because there are so many lanes under pressure. Top lane, bot lane, the Lee Sin could be so active on the map as well. And right now, early game is slowed down a little bit, and that is good for the LPL.
Farm for Karsa. Looks like they're trying to get under the skin of the LPL here as they start stealing away a few of the buffs. Spawning on the other side is LMS Blue just now, but that control towards the bot lane opening up at some point. We've only seen a few hits for presence on MLXG. Then he walked out, and Karsa's really been hanging off on the wing. A lot of slow play so far.
Yeah. Ever since those 2 kills came out and Karsa was able to affect the lanes, no turrets just yet. Right? We talked about it earlier. Karsa can pretty much go anywhere because he has naturally winning lanes. The top lane, though, was one that he played off of pretty well.
Never returned. You gotta try harder to get inside his head.
Yeah.
Well, at least they can go bot lane now with the Rise. This play is a little bit delayed, but now it is happening.
But top lane, they have to rush this because that top turret is going to go down. LPL will get first turret here, I believe.
Yeah, how much damage goes towards the fight and how much to the turret. That's first blood turret over to LPL. They're going to open up the map a bit, and now it looks like LMS may commit to taking that down as this wave gets finally pushed in by BB and Swordart.
Ooh, let's see. Uzi and Mako trying to stay around to see maybe they can defend. There is TP from 957. Can try and use it.
And the fact that Rise went back to mid, so Fofo is accounted for. This top lane is also accounted for. They get to shove up, and they get to defend this top side Rift Herald and take it for themselves here.
I mean, this is pretty huge. Again, they haven't even lost the bot lane tower. It will die eventually, but the longer, they can just keep that tower in place, the more time they buy on the other side. And they get the Rift Herald now. That could be another turret for them just in a few minutes. Abyssal Mask on GA is a little bit interesting. Obviously, he's against Annie and Rise, so he's like, there's a lot of magic damage, but it's not what we normally see in Azir.
Yeah. I saw it earlier in the tournament and was having a discussion about it because it was a lot of attack speed and then having the Abyssal Mask just to stand your ground. Because if they're going to reach you with a composition, like you're going to get Annie stunned and stuff like that, it's pretty much going to happen. Like, just surviving as Azir in the mid-late game is probably enough because he has so much damage in his kit. Lowering it by a little bit shouldn't hurt him a lot, but we'll see what happens. But I'm not a huge fan of the build.
He expects to be kicked right into Fofo. And
Yeah.
right?
Also, like, people talk about having a Morellonomicon on him for, you know, CDR and also mana.
Little mana.
But in this case, you go for the Abyssal Mask, which has HP and mana on it, and then you get the Gnasher's Tooth for the attack speed, and then you have basically like almost like an 80 carry build, where you have the Gnasher's Tooth for attack speed, and then you also have, when you have 3 soldiers out, more attack speed. So you can just stand in one spot, just be this tanky auto attack.
Oh, in this game, Shields. Oh, let's see if there's a fight.
Boxes up, broken by Mako. Very nicely done for him to just slowly step into that so the rest of the team doesn't take damage. But they still can't get through it with the slow it would add. They back off. Quick hit there and looking around for summoner spells. They are all up.
So I have GA with the rune choice of Transcendence in this game here to get 10% extra CDR for himself. So should still be able to get fully capped out in this game here. Obviously, of course, Gnash's Tooth will give him a lot in that regard. And at the moment, we're kind of waiting for another kill. Kazat just missing that one.
Sonic Wave, slightly short, but
Oh,
the
I can
hook
hit
is
it.
not. Once, twice. They get it the second time. A good kick. Last bit of the kick hits CA as that summoner heal comes out, and he gets himself to safety.
Abyssal Mask saved in there, just saying. He would have been dead otherwise. It's enough HP.
What an
To drop-
item! What a play! What a save!
What a play! He purchased it. Great. But it did work out for him there. You know, hindsight's always 20/20. But
If you have 20/20 sight. 17 and a half minutes into the game. A little push from 957 on the top that is past River. But he's got the help from MLXG to be there if things get a little scary. It looks like LMS is going to take this time after that mid lane fight to get back, figure out what other items they can get under their belt as they head back out onto the rift. Looks like it's just going to be mostly a vision at this point.
Yeah, and it's pretty damn huge that 957 actually got that tower top lane. He's not really struggling in the 1v1 at the moment. Got some tanky stats under his belt, and it's a big change from what we saw in the last game, where obviously 957 just kind of ran over Ziv with their Annie versus Gnar. So this time around, much better. LPL again trying to just scale to late game. 2 items on Uzi now, almost 2 items on GA.
yeah, and we're back to even gold now. So there isn't really some enormous advantage to really leverage just yet. I feel like the kind of things we're looking at here are, you know, the scaling, but also there's a Rift Herald to be used by MLXG. Where is that going? Because that, you have to use it, right? 100% you have to use this thing. Where's that action going to be? That's what I'm grasping at right now, Deficio.
I hope he's going to be like, nah, I don't want to use it. Saving it for the recall and then let it run out. Or we see the sloppy one where they just put it in their own base and we're just like, oh, it's going to have to walk all the way down and die.
Yeah, that's the roulette one. Sometimes you just go in the fountain, you put it down. Where are you going to go? Set her free.
Ooh, they're fighting.
The Krug Shelly? No, it's Krug Shelly.
Yeah, he killed his Krugs just a moment ago, so I was hoping for it. I was watching for it, and that's why.
There he goes, there he goes. Mako not looking like he wants to ult just yet. Arcane Shift doesn't get over the wall, but he is forced to ult everything. Reactively used here from the LPL, and they're still able to bring him down to half HP with just one of the members. Not looking good for LPL here. We'll see if LMS can push a slight advantage. It's going to be Vision for now.
I mean, yeah, as long as LPL can keep stalling, you can see how they're not taking the fight. They're just disengaging instantly. That's still okay. Riftel now plays in the mid lane. There's a lot of members to defend from LMS though.
Literally it was going to expire, and he just decides to...
If they get it
Drop it
done,
down there.
worth it.
All right, mid lane turret's going to take some damage, but they can't really back it up. They have no Alistar ulti. They can't dive. And that's just going to be a poor Rift here.
Looks like they want to move together. 30 seconds on the Drake. They say everyone in the river, we need to gain control of this, and we need to back if you can. Get some more vision on the map. Looks like that's what Mako's going to do before he gets himself back to Dragon. Maybe they let it go based on their positioning right now.
I thought it was the thing to fish out. I thought it was going to do it. I thought it was going to change the way the game was going. And we saw, like, when the LMS in Game 1 had a lead, it was slow. Game 2, LPL, slow. Now, neither team has a lead at the start. They're
What's gonna happen?
equal. I feel like they're both just waiting for those plays where it's like, all right, everybody's on the same page. And it kind of has to align, right? Low coordination between 5 members of these All-Stars just thrown together. Gotta have kind of a stars align and have that play happen. Because both teams they made it here because they're good enough. They both took down games.
I mean, the LPL squad with boot camping and everything. So the whole coordination thing, actually, for these teams at least, I don't feel like it's been a big problem. They've actually been pretty spot on in terms of what they want to do and do together. Maybe looking at a big dragon fight.
MLXG, second activation of the ultimate. Nothing is going to come of that. If the sniper
Run
puts it
away,
down for
everyone.
Arsenal.
Run away.
mid, though. LPL have inside track because they were able to cut him off here. That turret already took a hit from Shelly. Walk up. Go, 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 go. Get the turret. Go, 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 go.
Side track to
Don't
the
let it back
turret.
in. Go, go. Go.
Ziv on the side has the ultimate. Do they really want to give
That's
themselves?
a big one.
Oh, he's kicked back with the
Whoa.
missile mask. Oh, missile mask saves CA. And he's he goes down. There was AD damage coming through there, but Fofo gets the last hit. And 22 minutes in, we were waiting for something to happen. Carson says, now is the time.
Where are his guards? Somebody needs to walk. That choke point, like Mako, get in there. Just defend him long enough that he can.
Terrifying to get sideswiped by an Annie.
Let's
kill the turret.
enjoy. Let's enjoy one of
That
the
was well
sickest
played.
Lee Sin
That
plays.
was kick flash, too.
I love that when we see a Lee Sin use every single ability to end up in a sick kick flash to knock back a carry and secure a kill. Not sure they can get much else, but at least we got some flashy plays from Casa.
Yeah, Karsa with 100% KP for his team right now.
I feel like it's been almost every game.
Yeah, Karsa's been doing work.
It's actually been quite a tournament for, funny enough, a jungler who during 2017 had a bit of a quiet year. It wasn't the same kind of carry performance we used to see from like him and Maple, of course, on the side of Flash Wolves. And even going into Worlds, I was kind of down on him. I was like, I feel like this is not
You're just a
been
bully.
the Casa I want to see. Well, because I love him, right? I want to see more of him.
Just disappointed dad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
But
what you do with Europe all the time. I know.
I think, yeah, it's true.
No.
I mean, I think the World's performance was fine, and now All-Star performance is spot on, and that's the important one, of course. We gotta perform at All-Star.
Exactly. It's kind of like I wouldn't say like redemption, but like we talked about how the LMS for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, they were the Korean Killers, and that they were this region that was making it out of the groups and having multiple teams into the that or
They're fighting, Cyrene.
What? Is anybody
They're
gonna die,
not
though?
fighting.
Slight run of the bulls. Mako had something to say there. Had to use his ultimate. Gets himself. Actually, did not have to use his ultimate. I'm sorry. Gets himself to safety with just the E.
They just want this mid lane tower, man. They've been working on this now
Wait,
for a few minutes.
Annie?
No.
Pushed out. Definitely a different role in that, though. We see the Annie versus the Gnar. 957 have faring a little bit better in the matchup as we have seen it throughout the games. This All-Stars. The mid lane finally gets hit up, and CA is able to set up a little bit of base there with the Sun Disc as they can get out safely.
Yeah, but they got to use the Sun Disc to get something. What is it for? Is it just
It looks
to throw
really
it down?
pretty.
Gives
them
vision. What's gonna get you?
Pressure around the mid lane so you can reset, go back, buy your wards, and the enemy team still have to deal with that tower, so it's hard for them to push out the lane, and it does give you a bit of an advantage when it comes to returning to the map. At the moment, we see Mako just went back, got his wards. Now he's screaming to his team, guys, we need a kill. They had a lot of kills in the last game. Game 2, they only managed to get... Game 1, they only managed to get 2 kills, and this one's 0 at the moment. It's quite interesting watching the LPL team not actually secure anything. But again, they wanted to scale in this game. That's all they wanted to do, and it's been successful so far.
A lot of love for these members on the top side here. You can see Mako just behind the Baron pit. Turret goes down too fast, and they cannot fully commit as the distance was too far. Still a push up from BB and Sword are in that river if anything comes of this top engage.
Yeah, this top lane, they got that turret, and now it's all about that Baron control again. Even game, we're seeing 400, 300 gold, just when the waves kind of wax and wane. The 2 Mountain Drakes for the LMS. That's what I'm looking at now. Help him speed up the Baron. It'll also be good for Ziv if he ends up in a split push. I don't know if he will, but those Mountain Drakes could be what tilts it. Otherwise, looking for those fights. And Deficio, you were saying, LPL, it's a little uncharacteristic that they aren't taking fights, especially a lot of these players. A lot of these players are known for their aggression.
Again, I mean, the third game is clearly shown here. Both teams are trying to play like as spot on as possible and not really go for any crazy plays where they don't need to. They're not showing off anything because it's All-Star. Like, it's more like, okay, what is the next step? Slow and steady, set up Baron now, force a fight around that one. LPL are ready for it. They're all up here to try and defend.
Hey, LMS.
Ooh.
All right, here we go.
DP coming in as well on the ward. Uzi coming out of base. Hex Drinker newly in his inventory.
There's
Go,
no
Mako!
MLG.
5 ability. Smite goes down. That's Karsa's. He goes down, however, instantly. Shie shifts into the Baron pit. Mako's in the front trying to absorb all of the damage, doing it nicely. Fofo is able to warp out of that. Now LPL is forced to watch LMS leave with the Baron, but no Karsa.
Uzi still coming around the corner here.
Oh, Uzi locked and loaded, looking to get those shots in. Had that Iceborne very, very early. It looks like he'll be able to get a few shots on. If Mako is just a little far forward, they could have continued. It looks like everybody is starting to back off.
And this is what we were talking about in game number 2 when LPL, they were 10,000 gold up in 20 minutes. And they didn't do the Baron forever.
Ooh! Down to Ziv. Ziv's going to be able to get himself to safety. Mako in a bad spot. One last shot. He goes down to Sword Art. A little too greedy from the LPL, and LMS is going to chase them down lane to make sure they can't back right away, but also can set up some vision for themselves. This could still turn to be a bad fight. Bofo with the perfect timing. Actually, Zanyas gets himself to safety, and Ziv has to be very careful. LMS is low, but they're still attempting a fight.
I like the Baron call right there. TP in, use the double mount break you highlighted, Irene, and just take down the Baron as fast as possible. Get out again with multiple buffs, and now it's on the LMS to go and get a few towers down, get a big advantage, see if you can close out the game.
And I really like that from Fofo, because I believe what happened was he used his stopwatch, and then he backed and upgraded it to Zhonya's, so he just used Zhonya's twice. Back to back. The first one to escape with the ulti, and right there to avoid 957. Very
Whoa!
Take it round and round!
Body's telling him yes! He gets out though, he is safe. 4-1, almost a 4-2. As Karsak almost couldn't get himself to safety, that is. And they do get the mid turret with some zany pressure to start it off.
All planned from Casa right there. Zone LPL away from the tower with the crazy Lisa in play. 'Cause you expect everyone to follow when that man goes all in.
And that's a cloud trick. Number 3 of the game going over to LMS. Blue Squad has had perfect break control in all 3 games.
It's that blue team.
It's the blue team. That's a 2,000 gold lead about now, just under here for the LMS. Looks like they'll start to pressure a little bit of that love towards Ziv. He says, my ground. And that's a fight in the bot lane, but he will keep MLXG at bay.
Oh, wait. Something's happening right now. Mako's on the way.
Who takes it? Oh, what a nice guy. Karsa says, you take the lantern. Still coming in, Emperor's Divide. That's a hit back for Ziv. He can still throw down the Baron. That's a CA. They're trying to focus the damage as bullet time. Rides over the fight. MLXG goes down. Mako stuck in the box. Can't get that Iron Will to anybody else or to block any more damage. The hook comes in, and a relentless and repeating LMS continue. More kills once they pick up 9-5-7 in the bot lane.
And Sword Art right now, he's on fire. He denies the engage here from Mako. Great lanterns during the game as well. And a good hook onto 957 to secure another kill. And the LMS, it's still a very close game, but they keep getting just 1 or 2 kills more.
That's what I like, because before we were seeing kills for objectives only when there were objectives up. These are kills for kill's sakes. Just trying to get something here. Xie knocks Ziv in. Ziv ends up going down here, but then on the backside, like you were saying, Sword Art doing work here. The play again to keep 957 in place for the root, and then the hook follow-up and the chase.
A few more kills here for the LMS, even though it was actually Mako and the LPL trying to start the fight. And they're still sitting now with a 2,000 gold lead. It's almost nothing at 30 minutes. And item-wise as well, it's so even between the teams.
That Baron really didn't amount to too much. 2,000 gold total.
Got some kills.
Yeah.
They showed they could do the Baron.
Hey,
that counts for something.
There you go. And the next one's a Mountain Drake as well. So 3 Mountain Drakes.
Yeah.
Make it real fast next time. That's what this is about.
Be quite helpful, but a little scarier. A lot of flashes used on those last fights. MLXG Uzi still have it on that side of LPL. There are quite a few down except for Fofos right now. And Zivs is just on the horizon. So that could be the initiation window for LPL to get something done. As you said, only around 1,400. It seems like not a lot of the Baron plays in this series overall are getting too much ground.
It's true. Like my personal rule of like first Baron you use to get down an inhib and second Baron you use to win the game doesn't really count in this series. This one was first Baron to secure a few kills. And that was about it. Maybe a mid tower if I remember correctly. LMS will probably need 1 or 2 more. MLXG is sneaking around the flank, but if you are Mako at the moment, you've been trying to start some fights and been denied multiple times. His flash is soon ready. That's going to be key for him to actually land the engage.
And he picked the Alistar into the Thresh, saying he could do it. It's been hard. Sword Art's been on point.
A lot of love for this bottom side of the jungle as Ziv's been pushing it in. Baron down, obviously opposite side of the map, but it's kind of who's going to win the Wars War first. I think it will mean this second tier turret in the bot lane before LPL really wants to fight back against this.
Well, right now, Azir's going to go to the top side. GA's going to go ahead and farm that wave, and that's going to give pressure to the LMS on the bot side who can go 4v4, and then have mid be pushed in here for a rotation from Fofo.
Hey, Ziv, flash tippers. It's only 4 members right there. Zia is not even close.
Do it. Do it.
He decides
Nope.
to keep it. Flash tippers mid lane.
He's got to do it eventually.
Flash tippers in the base.
It's like when you're at a stoplight and you're like, now. Turn green now. Like,
That's kind of the thing these
never
enemy
worked.
players are missing at the moment. Like, especially with ultimate hat. Like, use that tipper song
Throw it.
cooldown.
exactly.
It's why you got it.
I mean, if you flash ulti right there, he has Zonias, so he probably won't be the first one to die. It's the other guy's fault.
I mean, yeah, honestly, worst case, you force the enemy back and you take the tower.
Yeah. I mean, it got to half HP there, but regardless, still, like you said, that's what it seems to be lacking in this game.
I think there's just a lot of pressure, actually, on the different players. Like, in all seriousness, I think no one wants to be the person who messes up and then your region loses. Right now, like, all the fans were voting for you to represent your region. You're now playing in the final, and it's very clear that none of the players are like, yeah, I'm just gonna dive in 24/7 and make big plays. They're really trying hard to not make any mistakes.
It's all about not being question mark right now. Prevent that.
You don't want to be the guy who loses it for your team.
Then you
Well,
have
that's-
those
those.
region.
The
flavor.
thing is at a point in time in the game, that doesn't happen for every fight. But we're getting close to that point where if you do make the mistake, it is a run down mid for the
Exactly.
other team. It gets even scarier. So you're almost mounting more pressure on yourself by.
But it's insane. I have seen. Hold on.
Oh, we're holding MLXG down to about 55% HP. All right, off the hold.
Yeah, Carson didn't have Flash there, so he couldn't really kick Flash. But these are guys, we've seen a lot of them at Worlds. The pressure of Worlds and lose the game for your team. I've seen these guys go ham in games at Worlds. Now we're the NALCS studio.
But then it's only the
More
fans
pressure.
your team will be mad.
Exactly.
Now it's the entire region.
Now it's a bit more sophisticated ham. It's cured. A little better. Maybe even some salami.
All right, Mako, you pick that Alistar. You failed your level 3 all in. He actually went Celestial Body in this game as well, so he had
Ooh.
less damage but more HP, so 100 HP but 10% less damage in the first 10 minutes, so that also ruined his all in a little bit.
Yeah, that was it.
Now it's time for revenge, though. You got to late game with this Alistar.
All right, that's good. They were able to get the Gnar out of 957.
There
Were
we
they?
go.
Oh, kicks him right in the backside. Says no, sir. GA forced to cleanse himself out to safety now, and we're getting a little troublesome here with some summoners being down. But they reposition to get themselves to safety. It's going to be the peel off from MLXG, so no fight here for LPL. They want to hang out. That Drake is alive on the mountainside, or at the bottom, I should say. Carson goes ahead and clears. 957 will probably be back with a ward of his own. As you can see it ticking up in his inventory. Just all quiet on the home front at this point. They tried to go for MLXG, fizzled out.
And man, a death cap for CA, that's so strange because he doesn't have much AP to multiply, right? He has the Abyssal
Yeah.
Mask,
Right.
which is doesn't have AP on it. It just increases the magic damage you deal. But,
You like half.
I mean, what if the hat saves the next time?
Yes, the
see.
hat
We'll
will
see.
save him. The extra AP will save
Ooh.
him.
Oh, over the wall.
LPL's calling the bluff. They say you're really going to go for the
And
Dragon.
TP, where is it at?
They aren't doing very much damage right now, but they're also trying to focus on where LMS is coming from. And they say,
That's the
okay,
opposite direction.
we're
He's
going to
running
route
away.
it down mid. Karsa, you don't have a team?
Wait.
Oh, Mako had to stop his recall. Nope, everyone's recalling now. Nope, he stopped it again.
What a split.
Someone
Very
do something. Start the
interesting.
Baron, man. You got so many Mountain Drakes.
Did they see MLXG
They did
back?
not see
I don't
it.
think so.
They didn't see it, but we can see it, so we can yell it. Why don't they listen? Oh, that's not into the Baron.
Realm Warp, they actually are seen by the minion wave as it comes up.
All right, how do you-
Teleport's coming in for Zip.
How do you get out of this one? The LPL.
We're about to find out right now. It's a choose your own adventure, and it's Mako wanting to go in for the first chapter. He's inside the box, but the will's keeping him alive. Ziv's forced to use the Zanyas. Uzi just on the edge now.
Zip down.
Firing the shots. Great kill by 957. And now they're going to
MLXG.
continue going down to the fight. They will try to rout LMS, keep them out of the Baron pit, and either get another kill or start this up for themselves.
So the entire LMS team just walked up with the Rise ulti, 5 versus 3 situation, but because they didn't know where Uzi was on the map, they actually got afraid and they ran away.
MLXG
Everybody's
holds
running
the
away.
ball.
But like they ran out of a 5v3, ended up then getting engaged on by the entire LPL team and lost a member.
You
Hey,
guys
oh,
are antsier than I am right now, but it looks like LPL maybe right there with you. And that's
baby.
gonna be the bullet time. BB lets it ride over LPL. Mako's low, but they're able to still turn. And Karsa behind the turret is gonna have to watch his teammate go down. Lantern there, safety follows. True Shot Barrage will not take down Fofo. And now 957 under turret being the tank that his team needs, the tank that his team deserves. And they were almost able to pick up another kill. The LPL bite back.
That was sick across the board there. The Lantern, Fofo being able to hit it just in time, but still, the LPL come out on top just barely. They're not gonna do Baron, because
Too much fighting. Couldn't do Baron right there. Zip is actually on his way back. He's gonna find Uzi. No, he didn't find Uzi.
So close.
Say goodbye.
I mean, Uzi does have a lot of MR, but hold on, hold on.
Oh!
Are they in the pit? They're starting it.
Yeah. She is low right now.
Keeping the back.
MLXG just backed. He's in base.
That should be Baron.
Oh, he just walks timbers everywhere. 45 seconds of hugs. This is great. He's on the other side. Can he blast cone? That would be
Uzi.
fantastic. Blue, smite. Going over to Karsa. Actually, good shots from Uzi and good effort. They're going to go ahead and clean out the vision. They have time to do now, but it's all about the lanes and where they will be pushed. How can the LPL stop it? We'll see the fight once again, though.
Yeah, so Mako is going to make the sick plays down here with the blast cone. Sneaks in behind, gets onto BB, and now the LPL are chasing on. It actually means they're like a little choke point where the MF ult is going to be absolutely amazing here.
Yeah.
Hitting so many members.
Oh, but then GA gets in, able to slide forward after flashing, and gets the soldiers where he needs them. But right here, this is sick.
And because of the chase and everyone actually being pretty low on the LPL side, it allowed LMS, once they came back out, to then TP in, use the Mount Drake to secure the Baron.
And the person they killed was MLXG. They killed the Smite, so he was back in base and had just respawned, and they used the Rise ultimate to get there. And look at that. The bullet time, just enough.
So far, we can't really praise LMS' ability to start a fight because they ran away from that 5v3 at first. But the ability to do Baron has been pretty good this game.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite good. And hold on the other side, Karsa.
Randuin's hit to try to get himself to safety. Rune Prison down to the 957, and it's going to be the 1, 2, 3. And thank you very much, says Fofo and Karsa, as they pick that one up.
Sadly, they don't have any minions right now they can use. They're actually all just killing the bot lane tower. Meanwhile, mid is pushing against them, top lane is pushing against them, so the LPL should be able to defend.
Yeah, this wastes about 40 seconds plus of your Baron if you're trying to walk minions to the other side of the map. So they aren't even going to get near a turret for a bit here. We'll see, they're trying to shove everything out, right? Because when you have shoved minion waves in, even though you want to like 4-man bottom, you have to take care of your top lane, you got to take care of your mid lane, so you can't be counter pushed. And we'll see them start getting to these turrets. They got to control the jungle too.
Controlling the jungle is probably a #1 priority as well. We just saw how well the LPL actually fought in that blue intersection, being able to attack over walls, soldiers over walls, void spikes, boomerangs. Kind of left the LMS running for the hills, not being able to trade back between those structures of the wall. Mako now just getting a few wards out. They know this is not long for the world. Can't really guard these outer turrets right now with the amount of power in the game, so it's all about standing strong on the stairs of the base.
And now with triple Mountain Drake, again, it's a few seconds and you kill a tower and you get into the base, but they're going to be afraid of the potential engage from Mako. GA sitting with 4 fully completed items. Uzi's pretty fed as well. Like, this goal lead doesn't really matter at this point here. We are in the late game. That's exactly what the LPL team wanted. They played so safe the first 25 minutes just to get to this point of the game where they can actually start fighting properly. We saw that earlier when they tried to force around the Baron.
It's going to come down to execution in those fights, but we saw how the LPL were able to handle themselves against Korea. Came down to late game team fights sometimes, and even against, I believe it was North America, where it looked like the LPL, they were on the ropes, but boom, LPL team fight came in, and we saw people like GA step up, right, and have fantastic fights alongside Uzi. So if I'm the LPL, I kind of trust that I'm good enough to take those.
May not be the LeBlanc or the Kassadin, but he does have the Azir, and he can still make that same impact. Those outer turrets are all gone now for the LPL. They have to decide where they will actually take the next fight, if not an objective.
Now that we talked about the LPL fighting, I think moving over to the other side with the LMS, it's quite interesting with their composition because it's not a traditional, 2 tanks in the front and 2 strong carries in the back who just need a lot of time. They will win you the fight. Like, it's so much upfront burst, like flash tippers, MF ulti, you can win the fight in a matter of seconds or lose the fight in a matter of seconds if you are the LMS, because if your MF gets interrupted, if that Tibbers doesn't, you know, hit properly or doesn't actually get onto anything, then suddenly you don't really have these big ultis, and your teamfight looks way weaker than the LPL one.
Yeah, they have some almost like wombo combo type ultimates as opposed to like sustained damage in the fight. But they do have kind of pseudo tankiness because they have 2 Zonias, whereas there are none on the LPL side, and they're able to buy more time. But Karsa, whoa!
The stealth from MLXG.
It cancels it, but it doesn't even put the ultimate on cooldown from Karsa. Does get the flash.
Interesting note. Very nicely done as well. Fast fingers from both junglers. That's basically how you play the best on each side in that situation. 4,000 power play, one of the biggest we've had in this series so far. LMS showing a bit more control over this game now, as they have about a 5,000, 6,000 gold lead, I should say, making their way now towards top side. Baron off as they try to regain control of these lanes and get into a spot so they can fight.
Another thing about scaling. When you have so much damage on the LMS side, scaling sometimes doesn't even matter, because if you just get the correct fight, you just have enough DPS to kill 1 or 2 guys, and then suddenly it's 5v3 out of nowhere. And that's kind of always the fun thing about these heavy damage comps, is even when you feel like an Azir in the late game and an Ezreal in the late game will be powerhouses, one misstep from them or one great play from you and they die instantly, and then it doesn't matter. Then the late game simply doesn't matter.
All that work, though.
All that work, you spend 42 minutes getting to this point, and then you get a Tibbers in your face and die.
That's, I have those memories.
Uzi's trying to prevent that. Has himself 2 magic resist items. Full build at the moment. Cross Rifto BB, Edge of Night, I think would be his last item here. So he might have a spell shield for himself as his last lethality item. I feel like we haven't seen that item in a quick minute. Has HP on it. Like, I gotta keep remembering that.
Used to be almost a first buy.
I remember that when everyone had it.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't good enough, and then they reduced the cooldown on the spell shield. What is happening?
Fight MLXG, hit the ultimate off, just some void spikes out as they don't find a real initiation. They don't even find the ward clears. LMS is strong enough to stand tall in the mid lane. You need these minions pushing. Aggression over the river means they have a bit of safety to fight in. A forced ultimate from Mako. And he is out of this one. What do they choose to do with it?
Oh.
A little bit of a bounce back.
He's trying to get flash.
Safe. Yep.
He's trying to get the Alistar flash there and just kind of spook him. Because Mako, he just used the ulti. That's a win for the LMS. They didn't have to use much to get it at all. They did throw down, I believe, the Ignite from Sword Art, though.
I mean, big play, because now you get full control around Baron. You're kind of hoping that someone else from LPL will face check and you can just kill them instantly. Mako's on his way back now. Obviously, cooldown is on cooldown.
I mean, even if they...
I mean, ulti's on cooldown.
Yeah, you aren't wrong.
The cooldown is on cooldown. I mean, that's how it is.
That's cool, man.
That's a top-tier analysis. That's why he brought you all the way from...
Cooldown is on cooldown. That's my catchphrase.
I couldn't have said it better. Pulse out the window. Pulsa. I don't know how to say it.
Pulse.
Pulse. Anyway.
Pretend you have a potato in your mouth, and then you can say it.
A pulsa in there? Might be a little better. I have the Danish. Yeah. Sounds like you have a potato in your mouth. That's what I've heard.
And in game, at 44 minutes.
Mountain Drakes, 3 of them. LMS and the LPL just facing off in the mid lane. Near that Baron.
Pretty interesting to think that LPL still only has 3 turrets. Those outer ring of turrets is the only thing off the map. So if they do actually get a nice fight where they can go around the horn, it's a whole lot of gold they can pick up. I don't know if they need it at this point.
No,
they just
need to get forward and make some moves, find the advantage.
Yeah, you don't need gold at this point. You need kills that lead to objectives. You need objectives that lead to closing the game out. And you need to sneak some backs in. We just saw BB kind of sneak one in and get his Edge of Night completed there, so full build for him. We also have Annie with full build, so Ziv ready to go. And right now, it's like gold doesn't mean much. There's the engage, though.
All right, they find Ziv. They say if we can actually get Ziv's flash, maybe the engage won't be as good. Mako still follows. Sword Art throws it in, but does he keep himself in a bad spot just to stop the fight? And he does. He gives himself up, and I don't think that's even what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely doesn't want to give himself up there, but look at this LXG against Karsa.
Karsa over the wall, kicks him back. Now it's a chase. Now it's, okay, we lost one. How much time can we waste?
Elder.
Kill the jungler so you can do Baron. That's fantastic for the LPL. Mako!
Almost got a kill onto Mako, but he says, I see what's coming. I'll give you the delivery for free so we can get the kill. Signed for and signed off on Elder Drake to LMS. Baron to the LPL.
That's like the best trade possible for the LMS after actually losing the fight.
Two people?
The fact they get an Elder Drake for the Baron after losing 2 members is pretty sick, but
Yeah.
we just got one of those fights we talked about where the LMS did not manage to land the wombo combo. There was no tippers into MF ulti, so they can't really do a whole lot without those big ultis.
Yeah, we were talking about LPL team fight. Mako sees an opportunity, goes on the cannon minion to get the pulverize onto Ziv, and then they start looking at Ziv. The lantern is down now, and then Sword Art ends up having GA go in on him, and then he decides, all right, I have to go in.
Right.
Throws a flay, but like Ziv's off on the side, Annie's ulti never comes down, BB doesn't have position.
Right.
Like, if that Thresh play happens with the follow-up, it's a different fight. But the LPL took it because they're like, all right, I guess Sword Art's gonna throw himself in.
And that's an important thing. If Mako can keep forcing the fight, then it's not the Flash Tippers going against them. It's just him saying, okay, now we fight. We have a front line, we have a back line with Uzi, and of course GA, who can just kill whoever is actually standing in front of us.
And with 2 weeks of playing with each other, you don't always know exactly what the other person's going to do. Is Sword Art going in now? What's the call from him, right? Because you could turn these things around if you had played with them for an incredibly long time. Kind of get, you know, the other player's instincts down and their tendencies. But the LPL, I feel like that team fight, exactly what they needed. And Elder Dragon is already ticking. It's halfway over.
Now, I want to see BB now with this Edge of Night here, because one of the things he's looking for is 957 in the fights. Is he and Meganar jumping forward to try and ult BB when the MF is firing her ulti? Edge of Night can obviously block that first initial CC, so the ulti actually lasts. MF actually might get caught out.
He's dead.
Wow.
Pro tip for everyone at home, 47 minutes into the game, you do not need to invade the enemy blue buff alone. Stick with your team. That blue buff is not that important.
I knew that one. Hey. So, let's see what happens at 48 minutes. We'll have to see what
Then
the
you can
LMS
invade blue buff again.
Yeah, all you want. See where they will be able to push this.
It actually costs them a decent amount of pressure here.
That was the entire Baron buff.
They have to collapse.
And the Elder Drake is still on LMS at the moment.
Yeah, for a few more seconds here, I believe. We'll be off in about one more wave.
You do say some things towards the end of the game don't mean
That was
as
a big
much.
one.
Yeah, Karsa has flash back up now, so the kick flash, definitely a possibility for him.
It's actually mentioning that things don't matter much in the end of the game, as we say money, but summoners mean a lot more. Flashes on Sid and Sword Art blown in the last fight. MLXG can already hop, and the rest of LPL has those flashes, has that chance for a really hard initiation they have a window for. I don't know if LMS will give them that. They know just as well that their flashes are down at this point.
It's been a rough game for Ziv on this Annie as well. We haven't really
Yeah.
seen him, win lane or find the big engages so far, and we're still looking at him. Doesn't matter what your score is on Annie. Like, you can always do it. Isn't that
Speed all
great?
game, still have an impact.
You can do that.
Speaking of having an impact, Karsa on the side here, looking for the kickback that we were talking about. When you're at this point in the game, there are a little bit less wards than before, because not everybody's putting controls down, but you can see MLXG and Mako both have 3 in their inventory here to try and keep the LPL out on the map in terms of vision.
The wards this game are absolutely insane. They're giving each other a chance to back, to pick up more wards, give Mako a chance to be out of the fight for a second to refill the sight stone, and they continuously have to move it forward to do anything.
Yeah, Karsa buys 3 for himself now to match.
Crazy.
It's crazy because they have to do this, and it's so competitive. They're just playing at this level where they're like, we want to win so badly. It's been neck and neck for almost 50 minutes now.
It's like that game of capture the flag. You know somebody has to go back. Everybody else has to play a little bit stronger to make sure nothing happens. You've got to be able to micromanage people in and out. Now, 5-on-5 on the bot turret. Get a quick stun onto MLXG. Not a whole bit of damage that would stop it from going in if the team was ready. And it looks like they are just that on the bottom side, waiting for this next wave.
Yeah, also waiting for the big wave in the top lane. That's going to do a lot of damage to this turret here. So LPL playing it safe. We're still looking at Ziv on this Annie flash. Tibbers is ready. He needs to get on to someone like GA, but there's a cleanse, and it makes it really difficult.
We haven't seen really a flash Tibbers at all this game, and we've been waiting for it for almost 50 minutes. It's been a long time coming.
What a difference it would make if Azir could still smash down these turrets with his sword.
Oh yeah, the turret bomb with the W.
Turret bombing. They would actually be able to get a lot more damage in, because it's Uzi's autos they kind of want, but also she is trying to get in 957. And right now they are stuck at bay. CA trying to get those soldiers to stand at attention in front of the turret so they have enough defense to get the attacks in, but it is only taking caster shots right now.
Nothing else.
What a
Uzi,
dance.
yeah. Safety first here. No one wants to
Hard hats on.
go too crazy, too all in. Ziv is sitting very far back.
Yeah, it's not even like Ziv is looking to like clear top wave.
Oh,
that
sword
dart!
MLXG has been taking damage the whole time. Little bits of poke. LMS peppers him, and they're able to take him out.
Second time now, MLXG is the one dying. First with the Baron buff, he was the man who got caught near the blue buff. Now, just around the wall here, he ends up dying. So the LMS suddenly finally get to push out. They have triple Mountain Drake. They need a few seconds, and they kill half the base.
Yeah, and they can go ahead and actually split multiple lanes if they want, but I feel like they're not going to because they don't have vision control. They're just going to go ahead, push this bottom side.
But they got 40 seconds without the jungler.
Yeah.
Go to that inhib turret.
We're officially dreaming, boys. The longest game of the Dream teams of All-Stars. Now, 50-10 was the last previous longest game, and we are now past that at 51-36. LMS looking at the bot inhib turret, and Mako's saying, do we want this? No, not a lot of us can make it through the Make It Rain, so do not go. The turret also stays up. Pings over towards Baron. They say, let's get a little bit of vision before we get crazy with anything else.
Interesting that they did not just brute force down the turret here in a 4v5. 50 minutes into the game, they had a lot of ranged champions who can even do it. MF, Thresh,
Yeah, you have
Wise,
enough
like
damage.
Annie, triple Mount Drake, you can take it down with these champions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have enough damage too that somebody could tank it for a little bit in a
Oh, yeah,
45 easily.
But they don't want to risk dying to Xia and Uzi after Mako's engage, and that means we're going to get a fight around another Baron in this game.
Are we, Deficio? I was promised more fights
We might
around
get,
Barons constantly.
I believe you.
We could just get one pick and then Baron, so it's not really. Does that count as a real fight?
No, it doesn't. I want to promise Deficio.
That's more of a skirmish.
I can't promise you. It's 10-6, 52 minutes in. I can promise you at least one kill.
Ooh, okay, I will take that. That's where I'm at. I will take that.
Waiting for that intensity once again. Everybody's a little too cautious. This is the not want to lose moment for LPL and LMS. That you really consider your engages, and if the rest of the team can follow. We saw how much Mako almost wanted to go in on the bot inhib turret. Now they may do it again. Make It Rain slows that one down. You can see 957 and Mako almost in Bash Brothers formation as they try that one.
I am glad Ziv didn't take that lantern because he maybe would have gotten headbutted there.
Gotta be careful.
3 men on the flank right now, while we have BB and Ziv sitting in the mid lane.
Blah, 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 blah. Karsa used the sweeper so he can't even
I agree with that statement from
walk
before.
around.
I mean, at some point you could do the push-up, get one lane in your favor, and realm warp it back when she got him worried about the minions. They have to scatter LPL somewhere.
It's funny because the Rise could totally split push by himself or like push out like a side wave. Because even if he gets caught, he does have Zhonya's ulti.
Right.
Right?
I'm out.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Doesn't seem like they want to give that up. They want the full 5v5 in this.
Another thing they can do is, if they group as 5 and push up mid, they can Rise ult into the Baron pit and kill the Baron in just a few seconds. You know, with the triple Mountain Drake, it's definitely an option, but they're so afraid of going mid because then there is a chance LPL will engage onto them. So they just don't want to take the chance. But right now, Ziv is going to show bot lane. At least he's moving down towards the minion wave. BB just recalled. I don't think the LPL team saw that, so they don't actually start the Baron.
He recalled for a Phantom Dancer instead of boots.
They're going to see Ziv in the bot now. Ignites back up for Sword Art. If they were waiting for any of those summoners, they have them once again.
Look at Casa though. He's actually hiding behind the Baron pit.
This is that sit there for 3 minutes. You got nothing better to do.
MLXG tried this during Worlds, and it backfired.
I mean, did they spot him there? I don't think they saw him at all.
All right, there's the word he can use. Now they just have to time it. If they do not
they
know
know?
they're going, remember, this is a bad spot for LMS to fight. If they get in this choke point, there's everything that can go over the walls for LPL. Karsa's still behind it, and they have to recognize and respect
They're on
his positioning.
Karsa.
They turn. Team focus onto Karsa, blow the Guardian Angel, and take down the jungler. Karsa gets away for a moment. Void Spike picks him up. Sundisk is taken down as we see BB and the team trying to gain a little bit control over the map, but that's Karsa down as he was trying to make a play on the other side of the map.
The LPL team said to start the Baron and then turn for the fight, and they found actually a good opening here. It was a great ulti from BB, but just didn't do enough, and so many members dropped low. Casa was behind the enemy team the entire time.
That's that moment where he's behind, and then the perfect engage or the engage opportunity happens, and you're just not there right now. Byron?
5 flashes down for the LMS as they try to approach LPL as they take the Baron. Fofo now into 957. He just absorbs the damage and he directs all of the attention away from his team, grabbing the objective.
Elder Dragon, and they have 4 dragons on the LMS side.
But there's Baron recall as home guards. They're going to rush out here from the LPL side to stop this. Last time LMS lost 2 members, traded Elder Drake for Baron. Was actually a great trade for them. Won the following fight and got us to this point here. But now it's LPL with 5 members alive. Kaz is still dead for another 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was about a 78+ second death timer for him. Woo. So he was out for the count.
Knocked out. Need the smell of salts to get back into this game. If you're going down at this point, ultimate down for BB. They lose a little bit of wave clear, but they should be all right as everybody takes a breath.
And another thing to actually highlight right now is during the off-season, there was a change to minions and towers, where towers got a bit more HP, but minions will now deal 10% more damage to them. What we've actually seen in this game is that the LPL's top lane's been pushing multiple times with huge minion waves and actually taking down now another turret. And that's something you gotta be a little bit more aware of, because again, a big wave can actually very quickly get out of control. And that's been heavily in the LPL's favor, and it's a free turret.
Also, with nobody split pushing this game, it seems a little more
The
apparent.
minions are split pushing.
Getting those gigantic waves to come up once they're set. Everybody's been 5v5, ready to huddle, ready to fight, but not so ready to fight in the same instance. 57 minutes on the clock as we approach an hour here between the dream teams, looking to make that number 2 win in this best of 5 here. It's LPL pushing towards the bot side now with Baron.
And they got all the buffs. We cannot ask for more buffs. Well, of course, we're gonna have more Drakes.
Oh, you can always that.
You don't get stronger than
This is the moment for them to see if they can get into the base.
Sword Art down to half. The reason that LPL lost their last positioning fight was MLXG was a little too out of the way. And they were able to bring it back as Karsa made a mistake. This inhibitor turret goes down now, and the first base is finally broken. Just sub 60 minutes. And that's the inhib as well. LPL can now work another lane with a little favor in that bot side.
They did it! They broke the base. 57 minutes in, it's the first inhibitor down in the entire game.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure this is the first game I've ever casted where it took 57 minutes for an inhib to die.
Really?
I'm glad I could be here for it.
I feel like there's always at least one inhib that's died in the very long games.
Yeah.
And someone is like farming super minions in a few lanes, and
There's
they use
always
that
that one.
to go super, late into the game.
Yeah.
57 minutes for the first inhib.
Yeah, you might be right.
We gotta get the stats team on that one.
I don't know about myself, though, because I cast Challenger for a while, so
But still, like, that's 57 minutes.
it's a long time.
I'm keeping my eyes on the carries right now. Uzi and CA up on the top left side. This Karsa is just on the back. If he can double kick them together, it would have been huge, but too much damage on the turret now. When that turret goes low is when you usually see the offensive confidence, and Zordar goes low, but the box keeps LPL at bay. They may not have even wanted to go further. This is rinse and repeat from mid and bottom, now to top.
It's still just going to be about who can get the fight. Like, this Baron buff for 20 seconds is going to expire. Then you're going to have super minions you got to clean up and take care of it for the LMS. But the LPL still have to keep their foot on the gas to try and end the game. And I still feel we might be, a few minutes away from that.
Now that's a Baron Bauer play, though. There we got
Yeah, I mean, 2 inhibs.
very decent one in this game.
Very nice for them. Now, if they can go top, force LMS to sit there and defend while the super minions are going for the bottom turret, that's great. But it's so hard in the late game because, again, the route from that Nexus turret to the inhib is so short. You can oftentimes kill the wave and then still join a potential fight.
Yeah, it's the defender's advantage. You have less area to actually traverse to go between places.
Yeah, rushing there, though, they want to make sure they get the full effect of the super minions. Mako's been more active now and actually trying to force some fights, and that's one thing you can do. When the Annie's sitting and killing the wave on the bottom side, you can engage as the Alistar, and you have at least a few seconds without Annie being there.
All that gold now gonna try to be put to use on the top side to avoid that Annie. Still doing quite a bit of damage. Like you said, Ziv could always make an impact on the fight, and LPL has to realize their positioning.
Yeah, all that gold, but we're hitting an hour right now. It's even at the top in terms of gold. The pressure from the inhibitors is really what counts here. And then it's all about fighting. It's all about the position. And LPL,
That was a lot of damage.
he's going to go, try to get some HP back from the Gromp, but might have to back.
MLXG definitely taking the most damage outside of fights this game, it seems, in the later parts of the game, really making LPL hesitate on whatever motions they want to do. The top lane's still going to get hit up, though, as they wait for these minions. It is a siege wave, so they might have an extra moment.
So
that is only a tick on the turret.
A small thing in the late game, if you are the team pushing in and you're waiting for super minions to threaten near the enemy Nexus turret, don't actually kill the wave coming at you instantly. Because that just makes your minions walk faster down to the turret where the enemy can wave clear because they don't have to leave yet and deal with super minions.
Hold them, stack them.
Hold them a little bit, wait a little bit, and then when the super minions are hitting the bottom side where they will try and kill the Nexus turret, then you can actually kill the enemy wave and push forward into the turret, and you have forced them at least to be 4 members and not 5.
We are seeing some massive wave clear, though, from both Fofo and Ziv. Like, the fact that Super Minions have negative MR is actually helping out a lot here, because Fofo is clearing them out pretty quickly.
Almost means they get themselves into another Baron, because it seems like these inhibitors will stay. LPL is going to be able to, like you said, clear this out. I'm sorry, LMS is going to be able to clear this out. We may just get that one more fight.
Is this Baron number 5 or number 6?
I lost count 4 Barons ago. So, but I'm ready for the fight. I was promised a fight.
No, I promised you 1 kill.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm pretty
right.
sure you got that one
I got
kill
that
on
kill.
Casa.
I got that kill.
There you go.
Perfect. But I want to fight because it's all been kind of leading up to this, right? It's all got to come down to somebody winning this game. 62 minutes in.
That's a good statement. Someone needs to win this game.
And somebody has to do
like
something
it.
that will cause that.
And all the wins matter. Slowly creeping
Wait,
up.
Emil actually just jumped forward, I think. Oh, that's Mako. Never mind.
Yep.
MX's coming in now, though.
That's the thing. You got to look for that one moment.
957 hotbox goes down. Not many people can follow through all by his lone.
Karsa!
Towards the top side. Karsa back and forth. Ping pong. And he will go down.
Ziv is in
Gonna
there,
back
though.
up. Ziv's going to try to help. Everybody is at the top side of this fight. And it is
GA is
just
killing
an
him.
AP mosh pit. There goes CA. Somehow 957. Ziv is alive. 957 still up. Ziv is dead.
Uzi!
Sword Art getting hit up hard. And we are going to see these back off just a little bit. Uzi in and out, but buddy system with Mako right now to keep him
TP bot.
protected.
TP bot 957 is trying to push, but I don't know if he'll be able to do it. He'll get the inhib.
They're starting Baron, meanwhile, so this is a smart play by LPL as long as 957 stays alive.
TP easily keeps him off. They're going to be able to clear that before it goes down, and they may be able to walk each other in and out here. Mako should be tanky enough as they try to pick up one last kill.
Is he going to kill BB? Wait.
BB should be able to get out of this one.
Oh!
Alive and cleanse the
No, he
hit.
missed it.
Dodges the drill. 957 now coming up short on this one in the 2v1 situation. His team does grab Baron though. This one keeps going.
So they get the Baron. They actually won the first fight as well. They also got the bot lane inhib. Fofo is here with the rest of the LMS team to try and defend and save the next turret. This is the fight again though.
Yeah, Karsa has his GA popped at the start. You see Mako go over with the blast cone. Karsa now has to find somebody to kick back. And what ends up happening is he goes to the other side and the kick doesn't really land true. He doesn't really get a good one there. It was just used and nobody gets kicked back into the team.
Well, Ziv finally got in there with the tippers as well, and there was a lot of damage from the MF ulti, and GA gets some damage off in the backline. He ends up dying, but Uzi's untouched so far. And Emil actually, all he did this fight was trying to just like flank and be a little bit of a threat. He's trying to say, come chase me, you know, leave my carries alone. Uzi took a big hit as well there from BB.
And all the summoner spells are pretty much down except for Fofo's. Nobody has a flash at all. This next team fight that could potentially happen would be a very sloppy one. You get caught, you might be dead.
From siesta to fiesta, we got this one in the bag. 65 minutes coming up on the clock, and it looks like LPL still going to hover topside. They say we have that last inhibitor turret to fight over. We know they'll be there. Once they get the minions in, they can make sure they take mid down and continue to give the LMS trouble.
It's kind of crazy. We're 64 minutes into this game. After, well, we saw game 1 with the one-sided LMS way, and then game 2 with LPL taking over. Now we had this super even game for basically, 64 minutes. I don't feel like any team was really that far ahead. LPL's been winning the last 2 fights, but only by like 1 extra kill.
Yeah.
So they haven't been able to win the game. And there's still a chance for LMS to just win the next one and take the whole thing.
It just comes down to if you can find that right engage or that right fight. And they've been fishing for it, right? We've been seeing Karsa try to go for some flanks. We've been seeing Mako looking for those engages. if you're somebody who is an engager for a team or has the tool to do so, that's who's feeling the most pressure here at the start. You have to look for the right one, and your team has to be able to back you up. Because I've been in that position, you screw that up, you're the one who dies, and you look the fool.
Nobody wanting to mess this one up right now. Only Mako has been on the front line. Eyes on Uzi and CA. MLXG there as well to get some Void Spikes out. And we're keeping eyes on BB as well on the other side of the fight.
And once again, a huge wave is on the way, top lane. Extra damage on these turrets here. Buff it up as well. There's 2 cannons that you can try and keep alive and see if that's enough to actually kill the turret. Super minions coming in the bot lane, another big wave for the LPL team. So a lot of pressure right now on LMS, but you gotta keep these minions alive.
And we haven't been talking a whole bunch about individual players. BB's gotta stay safe. Fofo has been dealing so much damage in these fights, but look at that. Just get the turret, and Mako almost got caught.
Redemption comes down, keeping everybody on that.
Where's
front
MLXG go?
line, looking for the hook. Mid lane has a few minions that could be pushed in.
Cannon!
So they get that wave. And a few more shots. 3 siege on the back line, able to drop the inhibitor so the team can stay safely at bay. And now they head down towards that mid lane, able to actually just stop LMS in their tracks here with each inhibitor.
Even if the LMS get like an ace right now, it would take them forever to push across the map. With double supers, they'd have to get a clean ace. It would have to be a 5 for 0 to even stand a chance.
Uzi's down to 50% HP at the moment, so they might just back off and let him lifesteal on the Elder Drake.
Yeah, Elder. That's the thing is LPL, even if they pick this up, it's not a very strong Elder Dragon for them, right? They have none of the Elemental Drakes.
Down to half. Uzi's low. Sword Art could easily want to go in on this one.
Mako is...
Mako could
What?
easily go down here. Carson gets the Elder Drake. This is huge for the team. Lantern out as well. They're going to go ahead and take down Mako. They lose one as they get themselves to safety without Mako.
Karsa bought Azonia's Hourglass. He sold the GA just to be able to try and do that. And it pays off as he steals it.
All-Stars call for very interesting plays. He had that quite a long time ago, and we were wondering what he would do with it, and here it comes into play big.
And LPL's been working for the last 20 minutes on trying to get this Elder Drake and actually win the game, but then Karsa steals it away from him. It's such a huge play for the LMS. This is exactly what they need to try and get back in this game and actually win a fight. They still haven't killed an inhib, but if they can use the Elder Drake with the 4 Drakes they have to actually win a team fight, they can still just win the game.
Hey, we're talking about Karsa. This guy's Superman. Just jumping straight in there. That was out of smite range, and 1077 was the last thing you saw. 1,000 damage smite. Perfectly lines it up there and kills it, giving his team this advantage. Which is exactly what they need, because now you're not looking at LPL with a Baron buff right now. So you get to push out and be kind of putting the threat of a team fight on them.
And he is on solo missions right now. Up here, knows his ability and boundaries of what he can stay safe through, and he's almost trying to solo figure out where the LPL is at times. Obviously, the team is just on the wing, but they are trying to instantly keep vision and stop the LPL from gaining any more ground after that fight.
It's still so hard because, again, there are minion waves pushing against them. Mid lane right now, at least. Bot lane, very slowly will be fine, and Uzi ruins everything by actually killing the caster minions, so no, it will no longer be fine. Pulls off an old school Wei Zhao, holding the side wave to get the split push.
Pings come out, but it's more or less just to say, I need help warding here. We cannot move alone. At this point, losing one could be everybody.
You need help warding. Well, right now, the LPL literally only have 4 wards at their disposal from Mako. There's no control ward slots, and we saw MLXG sell his enchant. And then the top lane, oh yeah, there it is. So 957 also, I guess, has 2 that he could put down. You see that he's putting it to good use.
Let's see, Elder Drake so far didn't really mean that LMS found a fight, because again, there were waves they had to deal with. Open inhibs, they had to constantly try and defend, and now it's the LPL once again feeling confident 70 minutes into this game 3.
Lucky number 7. This is the fight. This is the one they get in on. Sundisk is out. They set up base just a little bit outside so they don't have to go all the way home if they get in any trouble. And again, Mako on the front line. His flash is down, so it's maybe getting himself to a siege minion, travel on in, or they could wait for that flash to come back up. Be about 2.5.
Gentlemen, I had never thought that I would be saying hashtag 80 minutes of the dream at All-Stars.
We're there.
I definitely didn't think I wouldn't be saying that during an LPL game. Because they are playing to win. They're playing slowly and trying to find whatever advantage they can. And right now, they're looking at the Baron here for the 6th time. I'm gonna add numbers.
That's a very, very big Baron, actually giving Karsa enough time to get himself in range. They don't, or they do have vision, I'm sorry, just on the back left side of Baron Pit at about 9 o'clock. And they get themselves out safely, knowing LPL is going to have to turn away as well with the aggression.
Yeah, Mako decided to use his sweeper outside the Baron Pit, so he didn't actually get to spot the little ward in there. And obviously then LMS steps in, forces the LPL away from this one. They still staying around. Have they maybe found a sneaky ward in there?
Blue team's inhibitors
It is a yes, they found it.
Taking it down, half HP. Oh, Mako already headbutted. Carson can't get in.
Baron for LPL. This is huge now that they have some of the inhibitors down. If they can get up to those super minions, they can actually help. The bottom one just respawned.
They're all up.
They'll only have a few more waves. They just came up.
When we say reset, it usually means back and get items, but literally they are resetting the map. It's just, oh, all the inhibitors up. 72 minutes, Rib. We're almost there.
Here we go. We are getting there. Another few minutes and we'll have the longest game of the season, spring and summer and everything. We'll get there and we'll tell you. 13-9 right now. 3K gold lead not meaning much at this point in the game. And
Definitely not.
Who falls first and how fast do they fall? Because if a team does lose one person, it's all retreat to not lose anymore and keep the game alive.
Yeah, exactly. You have to retreat, make sure you don't lose anymore. But right now, LPL, I think it's pick apart. Group is 5, keep looking for that inhibitor, get 1, get 2, and don't get engaged on.
It's just a problem for them. The Baron buff doesn't really help that much at this point, because again, they need to win a fight. And if they can maybe push in with a big wave with a bunch of cannons they can buff up, then they can try and use that to take down an inhib from range where they don't have to risk anything. But right now, they're kind of waiting for this big top wave. Bot lane is pushing against them at the moment, so they're not going to get any help there.
Winning League of Legends, inherently you will have some risk that you have to take at some point, and they're just playing it so slowly. We'll see here as they push up for another inhib. Well, like, he puts himself in range of the rise. What's going to happen? These 3 inhibs, all naked, all ready to be taken by the LPL.
Birthday inhibs. Ready to get taken down. Bot lane isn't pushed, mid lane is kind of reset, and actually bot lane pushing in favor of LMS here. So if they get a fight, they don't have too much to work with. That's favor. Emperor's Divide missing. And this is the little bit of pressure relief that you even need in these fights. Karsa goes in, Zanyas is down. 957 trying to hit the back line as they get the lantern for Karsa. Dark passes for the light. They kick back one. Fofo in and Fofo out as everybody yo-yos themselves in and out of the danger. LPL still wants to fight as again the retreat happens to save the base.
Oh, that rise ulti was so huge. Zip was caught out, but then Fofo with the hourglass gets him out of there.
Sword Art looking for a hook, but more for safety. Fofo trying to deliver the last bit of damage in. Good hit. Backline goes. That's going to be Zip going down. A nice try by BB to let it ride with the bullet time, but nobody's going to take too much damage. But they look to be in range of the damage that would get them out of the base. LMS now tries to chase. With an arcane shift, there's no slow to catch here for LMS.
Karsa still has kick flash.
That would be super ambitious. What a way to stave off a push. Once again, here's the minion wave. This was at the mid-river when we saw this fight start. You can see it by.
Jier's wall right there was actually used before he dove in, so a big mechanical mistake from him, but he ends up flashing away and then actually gets the tower up as well. Look here on the side. If Fofo's ulti is actually not able to get Zip out, then this Annie's dead and the game is probably over.
Yeah, and right there, you saw Mako flash headbutt back. Probably should have headbutted actually down because he may have not been able to make it back into the ultimate.
Right.
But if those, like quarter second, you have no time to process that. You're going by instinct, hit him back into your team. But Fofo was ready to get him away. Ziv walks up here and then, yeah, gets picked off.
All right, they're trying again. They're trying again.
75 minutes. Ziv back on the table.
You know what we're missing in this game? Where's my banner of command? Where's my
Whoa.
VP rods? For some extra pushing in the
Your
side
own
lanes.
wreckers. Back too far. Sorry.
There's no turrets
Calm
for them.
down,
They don't
Fred.
need turrets.
There are no turrets.
You know what?
Oh.
I've come to the conclusion I don't want them to fight anymore. You know what? Let's get it to 80 minutes. No more fighting. Hopefully I cast or curse them.
Yeah. True. At least you'll get what you want in that.
Yeah,
instance, right?
All right.
9 to 6 turrets, only 11 on the map for a side. So that means LPL has to drop 2 more. The Nexus turrets standing in front of their victory. And now they're starting to split a little bit more with 957 on the bottom saying, all right, we'll try to spread you thin, see what we can do.
We have to remember now, GA's flash is down. Okay, Cleanse is there, but if Kasa can find him, if they can pop that Banshee and then kick GA back, that might be an opening for the LMS to take him down. It's going to be difficult, but we are still looking at Kasa. He's been a hero already multiple times this game.
Yeah, and he had enough gold, swapped out the Zonias, got his GA back when it's on cooldown. He's ready for another death to come through. Mako, though.
Gotta get rid of that Banshee as well on GA, otherwise they can't get onto him. Uzi should be safe.
Yeah, it's kind of Misfortune's job. You gotta at least get that Banshees off with, a tick of your E, try to get something there, but at the same time, Mako is still zoning and threatening. Karsa just playing around, trying to get something.
Oh, he's getting a bit of damage. MLXG also taking a bit of damage. Remember, he continues to get peppered before these fights start. Can't make a really big impact. 957 now getting help from the team as top lane slowly pushes itself in. And LPL looking for an opening. LMS looking for a mistake.
GA's Banshee is down at the moment. Just for a few more seconds.
Yeah, but look at how far back he is.
I know, he's playing it so safe. He knows he's going to be the target if he actually steps forward. And right now, Uzi's just getting some damage on the init with 957, and that's enough.
I mean, they'll get it once they get the siege minions, right?
But we have Elder Dragon in 2 seconds here. And then Baron in a minute after that.
We have to remember, if they go to Elder Drake, they actually give Kasa another chance to potentially steal it, which is
Yeah?
horrible for them, seeing as there's 4 Drakes on the LMS side. So they don't need that Elder Drake. They can get this third inhib down.
Can they, though?
That's the big question. If they get it down, then they can go Elder Drake after.
Don't make me reconsider your analysis, Officio.
Well,
Oh!
got it.
Right.
Almost.
Almost!
Uzi, jump in there.
So much fishing! So many hooks just being
There it is!
Did
Inhibitor
it.
goes down, and that is 3 once again around the horn for the LPL and our longest game of 2017.
We did it, North America.
Deficio, I gotta say, it was Rockcat versus Origin in the spring, and you casted the previous longest game, so
I
thanks
did.
for being here.
I did, and I think
It was you!
Thanks, everybody, for being a part of this.
that game probably had the same amount of kills as this one, if I remember correctly.
Elder Drake,
Slightly worse players in that game. Slightly worse players.
Elder Drake over to the LPL. Can
Wait.
there be any more? They
Fofo
can fit in their
ulting? Are they going to
pocket.
make it in
Or
for
they're
a
gonna rush the
Baron?
Baron.
Oh, they left Sword Art
Oh, they left two, they
behind.
left two.
And that's going to be Ziv as well. Flash and Annie ult is there if she wants to find Tibbers, if she wants to show LPL.
Oh,
what
man,
looks
Alexi is in a bed!
Fox goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, Smite goes
Oh,
down, but he early smites. It goes to Karsa, and now they're going to be on to Mako. Karsa goes down, but the GA is going to come back up. Fofo's on his focus, trying to keep him alive.
And
There's the Zonias. Fofo goes down. He was going to be the safeguard out, but he can't connect with it now. There are the
This is
kills.
it.
LPL looking to make the final touches. BB lets the bullet time ride as 957 and the rest of LPL lock down the kills necessary to make the base look open on the LMS side.
Wait, hold on, though. We'll see. It would take a miracle to stop this.
Sword Art with the flay of his life, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
CA!
The drill
No,
misses.
yes!
Bebe takes down CA. This is going to be Bebe now. He is only
Oh,
able
he
to
doesn't
offer a
matter!
few bits of damage, and the auto attacks to come through. 957 almost his first target. The minions are on the Nexus
They have
turret,
no mana!
and LMS has to look to defend.
They have to back. They have no mana. They wouldn't be able to do it. Now they got to take this inhibitor. Look, Uzi nothing. Mako almost nothing.
You still have 36 seconds. Only 2 members. LPL down on mana, but they have an 80 carry. They have the long-range damage. Do they have the positioning?
They might be able to take this. He's on baby MLXG.
True Shot Browse comes out. MLXG trying to keep BB at
the
bay.
Nexus!
And the Nexus is down to half. The kill comes in. 80 minutes on the clock. 80 minutes to dream. And it's going to be the LPL coming up with Game 3's win.